In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a program that is ending for about 23 million households and roughly 60 million people who are primarily low income. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. Now, first off, let me tell you what happened just a couple days ago. Lawmakers, as in the House of Representatives and the Senate, passed a massive $1.2 trillion package, which would keep the federal government funded through the rest of the fiscal year. While also in their possession, they had a $7 billion piece of legislation that they were maybe going to attach to this legislation that would also continue to keep this program that I'm talking about right here in this video funded through the rest of the calendar year. Well, guess what? They did not attach the $7 billion piece of legislation to the massive $1.2 trillion bill. Therefore, this program is likely ending in about 1 month's time. And again, it's going to impact about 60 million, give or take a little bit, low-income people all across the country. So I want to give this to your attention right here in this video. We have about 1 month to go on this thing until they're 100% out of money, and I want to bring it to your attention. However, to be 100% fair on this, yes, lawmakers still have this $7 billion piece of legislation in their possession, and they could pass it sometime between now and the next 1 month's time. However, I'm going to be 100% real with you. They're not going to do it, okay? I highly doubt that they're actually going to do this. They could, but I don't think so, okay? I'm just being real with you. Am I a pessimist? No. Am I being negative? No. I'm being a realist, okay? I'm telling you the truth here in my honest opinion. I could be 100% wrong, and hopefully I am wrong, but that's the case, and I do not think they're going to pass it. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention right here. If I thought they were going to pass this within the next month, I wouldn't waste my time or your time even talking about this right now, because we would just wait for it to actually be done, but I don't think that's going to be the case, and I want you to be prepared on this because this is going to impact a lot of people, and I do know that a lot of you right here in this community are taking advantage of this program, okay? What is the program? ACP, Affordability Connectivity Program. I've talked about it a bunch of times before in other videos, and this came out of the 2021 infrastructure bill that was passed in about, I don't know, maybe October or November of 2021. So what is that? 2.5 years ago or so, something like this. It was what was it? A $900 billion package, that infrastructure bill, and they had that in there. And this was the free internet or discounted internet for low-income households. Okay, so basically they had billions of dollars within the program. I believe it started out with something like $14.3 billion when this program first started, a couple years ago, and they basically was offering discounted and reduced priced internet. So they'd basically pay up to $30 worth of your internet bill, depending on where you're located, but basically they pay your internet, right? They pay up to $30 worth of it for you. Well, guess what? It's ending as of the end of April. They're likely going to be 100% out of money, okay? So I'm filming this video right now, kind of in the end of March, okay? So I'm just telling you, that's when I'm filming this video, the end of March, okay? So they have, according to the research I've done on this and according to the information that I found on this, they have about 1 month left of money with this program. So it's not going to be like exactly April 30th, boom, they're out of money, right? It might be like May 2nd. It could be April 29th. I don't know. It's going to be right around the end of April. They don't have an exact date. I was not able to find an exact date, and I don't think they can give us really an exact date because there's a ton of different factors on this, but they're basically out of money, and they've continued to say we have 1 month left of money on this thing, and it's basically going to get them through around the end of April, maybe a couple days early, maybe a couple days late, but we have about 1 month as of this filming right now to actually get this thing done, okay? So that's what we're down to. So again, if you are somebody that's currently taking advantage of the ACP, the Affordability Connectivity Program, that pays for your internet up to $30 per month, please prepare. They're ending it, okay? It's over. Unless, okay, there's always a but, right? There's always a big old but somewhere, right? Okay, sorry. That's funny. All right, anyway, sorry. I had to say it, right? Anyway, there's always a but, though. I mean, seriously, let's just say it, okay? Unless lawmakers come forward and they pass this. Sorry, I'm still thinking of that. It's kind of funny still. Okay, anyway, unless lawmakers come forward and they pass that $7 billion. But again, I do not think they're going to do that. Why? They haven't done it yet. They had their perfect opportunity, okay? In fact, maybe I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, I was out in a separate video and I gave the analogy of the whale in the ocean. Do you remember this, right? Okay. Now I'm thinking of a couple things here in this video, right? Anyway, it's kind of funny. All right, so anyway, my point is, okay, so the video I had out about a month ago, again, give or take a little bit, I gave this analogy of the whale. The whale is this massive $1.2 trillion bill swimming through the ocean. And they have all these little barnacles or whatever they call them. Let's just call it a leech, okay? I'm more familiar with a leech, okay? A leech is something that attaches and it just sticks there and it just sucks off the host, right? It has basically no purpose other than maybe for fishing bait, right? That's about all a leech is good for, right? Anyway, think of it that way, okay? So you got the whale, the $1.2 trillion bill that they just passed and the president signed a couple days ago. They had that $1.2 trillion whale swimming through the ocean. Now you got this leech. Well, okay, sorry, now that's a bad analogy. But you get my point here, okay? They have the $1.2 trillion package, and then they have this $7 billion barnacle that they could have stuck to it and said, here, let's just pass this on through along with it, okay? They didn't do it, okay? That was the perfect opportunity. They do this all the time. They attach small pieces of legislation to bigger ones, and they push it all through in one massive piece of legislation. They just vote on it all together and say, here, let's just stick all this stuff together and let's just pass it through. It's like a meatball, right? You put a bunch of stuff in a bowl, you mix it together, and you stick it all together, and you call it a meatball, right? Kind of the same thing here, right? It's the same thing with this. They did not add this $7 billion piece of legislation to the $1.2 trillion. Therefore, they didn't pass it with the opportunity that they had. I highly doubt they're going to pass it as a standalone bill, unless between between now and the next month from now, unless they come forward with another piece of legislation that they can attach it to and stick it in there. I don't think this is going to pass as its own standalone bill. I could be 100% wrong, and maybe I will be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong, because I know a lot of you here in the community are taking advantage of this ACP program, but I want you to be prepared. That's why I'm sitting here saying this over and over and over again. Be prepared, because here's the thing. When the ACP goes out, as in, that's it, no more money, guess what they're going to do? You may keep your internet access. That's fine. But guess what? Now you're going to start getting a bill for it, okay? You're going to be on the hook for your own internet at that point, okay? And again, is it me being malicious? Is it me being mean? Is it me being negative? Is it me being a pessimist? No, I'm being 100% real here, okay? This is me being a realist. We've got to be prepared for this, because we can't always count on lawmakers to do this, right? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I was out a couple months ago, I said, get ready, everyone. This thing's going to be out of money. Looks like by the end of April. And now here we are, about 1 month out as I film this video. And yes, for sure, that is about what it looks like as of right now, okay? So again, things could change in the next 1 month. Now, one more thing I want to point out really fast here, which is, it's an election year. You know that. Do you think it would be in the best interest of anybody, regardless of political affiliation, to let this thing fail? I'm going to say this much. No, this would be not a good thing, okay? Here's what it's going to do. It's going to make a lot of low-income people pretty mad and upset, okay? Not smart politically, I'm just saying, okay? This is not me taking sides. I'm just saying, to let this thing go out and to just drop 23 million low-income households and roughly 60 million low-income people, just to drop them like that a couple months before the election, I'm just saying, not smart, guys. But who am I to say this, right? I'm not running, and I'm not a politician, but I'm just saying, but do they do anything that makes sense? Okay, I'm just saying, okay? There's a lot of comments that I see down below in the comment section from some of you here in the community that reach out to me and say, do they ever do anything that makes sense? I'm going to leave that up for you to decide. I'm not going to take sides in that one, but I think we all probably agree for the most part on that, right? So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention, okay? So are you, prepared for this? Probably not, because most people are not. But I certainly want to bring this to your attention so you have this at least as a warning, okay? But I'm going to continue watching this. Who knows? Maybe in the next, month, maybe they have a change of heart here. Maybe they actually come forward, and maybe they're just doing this to make us, scramble around a little bit. They're doing this to watch us squirm. Again, wouldn't be surprised. They like doing that, right? They like watching us squirm around a little bit. So who knows what's going to happen in the next month, but I don't have a whole lot of optimism in them to actually get this whole $7 billion piece of legislation passed through to extend the ACP. But here's the thing as well. Let's just say, for example, they do it. Okay, wow, they did it. Great. Okay, I'm just saying, this is in theory. Let's just say that they do it. Okay, fine. Now, guess what? The end of the year, and here we sit, the ACP is ending, okay? So it either ends in a month, the end of April, or it ends at the end of the year. I mean, don't get me wrong, the end of the year would be better. It would be more free internet for a lot of people, but no matter what happens here, no matter how they cut it here, it's going to be ending. It's either in 1 month or in, what's the math on that? 9 months? I think that's how many months are left in the year. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, do you get my point here? It's ending no matter what. Sometime this year, it will be ending. Okay, in 1 month or like 9 months. Does that make sense? So yeah, I think that's right on my math, okay? Anyway, hope that helps you. But again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. If you have not done so, subscribe down below. Please do your friends, family, and social media share this video with them, okay? There's a share button right down below. Share this with them so they can also be aware of what's going on and be prepared so that one day they're not like, oh, I got a bill for my internet. Why? I thought somebody else was paying this. Well, that's why, okay? Yeah. So anyway, hope this helps you. Other than that, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section, or the ones that you see on your screen now. The same thing I say in every video. Thanks for your watching. I really appreciate your support, and have